New year, new you, and ways to look younger and fresher, and new me too. Don't worry, I am not going to talk about the gym. I am going to talk about red light therapy, infrared, and all the good that can do us as we stumble into the new year, new us, and trying to get our youth back. And the first form of red light therapy I am going to talk about is iRestore's Pro, which is a device for hair regrowth, and they are kindly sponsoring this video for you today. They are also very kindly giving you an incredibly generous discount using code over50FashionLife, and details will be in the description box. Just look below the video, a little bit of writing, somewhere it says more, click on more, that's where you find the description box. Now, why do I want to talk to you about iRestore and bring you the Pro and tell you about it? It is because I've been there, ladies. I have had hair problems where I lost my hair. Now, the disclaimer is, my personal disclaimer is, I did not use this device to regrow my hair. I didn't need to. And I didn't use any other device to grow my hair. I didn't need to. But having been there, I am absolutely passionate about helping those of you who are suffering it, because I know firsthand how your hair falling out and how that affects you and how you end up looking and how you end up compensating. And I learned a few tricks along the way. So just over a year ago, if you go back through my videos, my video library, you'll see my hair around about June time 2020, June 22. If you look at June 22, you'll see actually I've got very flat hair and it's very, very thin. I mean, you know, you wash your hair and well, it falls out, it goes down the drain. But then what you've got left in the back of, in your hand at the back, it's just nothing, isn't it? And it's not only the width we lose, it's that height as well. And we don't realise until we've lost that height just how much height on your head makes a difference to your face shape and how you look and how attractive you look. So one of the tricks I learned was to actually use a headband, for instance, to give myself height, wrap scarves around headbands. I used wigs, and I learned how to style wigs as well. So as I didn't just put a wig on, I then would do things like tuck a bit behind my ear, put sunglasses on the wig, maybe put a little bit of a plait in and tie it back like that with a tiny little plait in it, just to make it look more natural, because wigs can look very unnatural. And I did regrow my hair. My hair loss was due to a medical intervention. And once that intervention stopped, my hair regrew. What I learned along the way was that I couldn't wash it very often, because every time I washed it, it fell out. So I wanted to avoid that. I used Jamaican castor oil on my scalp, and I left it on for 2 days. And if I was going to be seeing somebody or I was going to be filming a video, on went the wig. And the castor oil and so on was still doing its bit underneath that, and no one knew. Well, I mean, I don't know, people. I did actually say in my videos I'm wearing a wig. So this is why I know how it feels. I know you end up using more makeup to compensate, and then I just ended up looking like a clown because it didn't work. I know how that loss of height makes us look less attractive. I've been there. The iRestore Pro is very easy to use. At the moment, my husband's using it. He's been using it for a couple of months now, 6 weeks, and we haven't really seen a change in his hair yet, but it's early days and everybody's different. And I know, looking at the reviews online, that it can take several months for a difference to appear, but it does seem to work with a lot of people looking at those reviews. And I have seen other videos by dermatologists on YouTube where they've recommended the iRestore Pro. And the device is very simple to use, and actually I very handily found out, because I've just been fiddling around for 5 minutes, found out that actually it only turns on when it's on your head, so a safety feature. Anyway, it has a battery pack that is chargeable or rechargeable. It has a attached controller. I wouldn't say remote control because it's on a lead, but this means that you can plug the thing into your jeans pockets and you're then mobile. You can walk around the house, and it's got a countdown. It starts at 25, and I can walk around and talk to you while this is all going on because I've now plugged it into my jeans pocket. You can see it's still going because it's flashing there underneath the device. It's not unattractive, but if somebody does come to the door, you can pause on the controller that's in your pocket here. You can press the pause button, and then if you forget to restart it, so if you've taken it off your head, gone to the door, put the device down on a surface and so on, well, if you don't restart it and start using it again, it switches off anyway. So no need of actually worrying about forgetting about it. But why use it? Reviews are suggesting that it's going to give you thicker, longer, stronger hair. So inside there's 282 lasers and LEDs, and if you look at the coverage, it's all around, and what that means is it's covering female hair loss pattern as well as male hair loss pattern. Male tends to be at the top, whereas female can be all around. The device is FDA cleared. The technology is proven, and there is a 1-year guarantee. Now, as I said, my other half, John, has been using the device for about 6 weeks, and how he uses it is sitting in the lounge, sitting on the sofa when he's watching television in the evening. He's been keeping it on the table by him to remind him to put it on every 2 to 3 days. Now, I take the opportunity to join him in a sort of an infrared evening, really, because I will then use my facial devices for, trying to reduce lines around here and my jawline sagging and so on and so forth. But I've got a couple that I switch between the two. Now, if you were going to look for a device, you're not going to go and buy two. It's just that I was provided them for channel reviews, and I still use them. Now, the devices may have red light phototherapy, which helps reduce wrinkle severity by increasing blood circulation. They may have radio frequency, which makes the skin believe it's been damaged, and that stimulates collagen production. They may have EMS, which stimulate those facial muscles, and that's what I'm hoping to do, sort of tighten up this sagging jawline a little bit and get rid of the wrinkles that are gathering around my mouth. And infrared improves skin's elasticity. Firstly, I've got Evenskyn Lumo here. It's a 5-in-1 anti-aging device designed to invigorate collagen production, firm those facial muscles I was talking about, and diminish the appearance of those fine lines. Well, my lines are quite deep, but I'm hoping they won't get worse. So the Lumo uses radio frequency, EMS and LED light therapy to cleanse, to allow deeper product penetration and increase collagen production. You turn it on simply with an on-off button at the front and cycle through the remote. So it starts off with radio frequency alone, then you go down to radio frequency in ion. And ion is used for cleansing. It draws out more impurities than your normal manual cleanser. ENI, then it scrolls to ENI, which is then where you've put on a water-based moisturiser or serum, and you want it to penetrate deeper than just if it was soaking in, and you can use a device for that. So you run that device then over your face whilst you've got your water-based product on, not oil-based. You don't use oil-based. Then it moves on to EMS and photon. On that setting, you've then got the muscle stimulation. And then you go to cool, which is the last setting, and that is for pore shrinkage and redness reduction. I don't just use the Lumo, I also have an Amiro, and this is the Amiro R1 Pro. Now this one, I just put conductive gel on the head of the device. It does not have ion or ENI settings, but it does have radio frequency, electrical stimulation, muscle stimulation, red light and infrared. But it has just two settings. It has a morning setting and an evening setting. The morning setting's a lot shorter than the evening one. So when I'm sitting on the sofa in the evenings, it's the evening setting obviously I'm using, and that's a longer session. So I'll sit watching television while John's using his iRestore Pro. So you're not having to cycle through different settings as you are with the Lumo. It just is programmed for you. Morning, this is what your skin needs. Evening, this is what your skin needs. Both I find really, really easy to use, and the fact that I am using them and still using them, to me means that they're not a hassle. And the fact that I can sit in the lounge while John has the iRestore Pro on his head and I'm sitting there with this, I'm just thinking, well, what happens if the children turn up unexpectedly? What are they going to think of us sitting there? And do you know what? I don't really care, but I think it'd be quite funny. Now, time to go and look at iRestore's website. Think about whether you need the device or somebody else in your life, or both of you share it. That's always a possibility as well. Remember, it covers male pattern hair loss as well as female pattern hair loss. Remember that there is a discount, but if you're interested in knowing more about the facial devices, I've got videos here on those.